I built an AI model that knows literally everything about fantasy football, every player's advanced stats, every platform's ADP, and the part no one else does, it knows exactly how your league mates draft, trade, and think about their players. Not only does it do Dynasty, but it does Redraft as well. Guys, this is going to completely revolutionize the way that you think and play fantasy football and double, if not triple, your chances at winning a title this year in 2026. And right now, the entire thing is free. I built it. Let me show you what it does. It's called GWTTKB, guys who think they know ball, because we all think we do, but this is actually what settles it. There's two sides to this. There's Redraft, which almost all of us play, and then there's Dynasty, with different dynamics and different analytics for each platform. But the centerpiece, the reason I built this, is the coach. So let's start there. Watch this. I'm just gonna ask about a particular player. Tell me about George Pickens. This isn't a chatbot. This is every single number. It's real. There's target share, air yards, WOPR, EPA per target. His man-to-zone splits, full range of outcomes with boom and bust rates. It reads the player the way an analyst would, and it's pulling from millions of data points to do it simultaneously. And it's not allowed to make stuff up. If a number isn't in the data, it tells you it doesn't have it. That's the whole point. The data tells you who's right. Now here's where it stops being like everything else. I connected my actual league. It takes one click. Right now we support Sleeper or Yahoo. Take a look at this. I'm just gonna ask, who should I consider trading for now? It knows my entire team. I'm the best in the league, no surprise. But it knows my entire team, all my strengths, all my weaknesses. It not only knows their actual value and where they are, but it knows everything that I could need to improve my team. So if you think about your Dynasty team, and you think about where your roster sits, oftentimes with the tools that are out there, there's awesome YouTubers, right? There's people that we all follow, and there's great tools. But one of the things that it doesn't fully do is understand your league, your dynamics, and what it's gonna take to get deals done and to really improve your team. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, in order to do this, it was not easy. First things first, in Dynasty, the way that I see rankings done is typically done by crowdsourcing, all right? We have Keep Trade Cut. There's other tools out there that are able to provide solid rankings. But one of the things that I was thinking through, and I didn't even realize was possible until I started doing this, but the way that we calculate our rankings is done by analyzing every single trade that has ever occurred on Sleeper and every single startup that has ever occurred on Sleeper. And so what we do is we're able to, through our proprietary formula, we're able to show long-term value and change in a similar manner to some of the other sites out there, not the exact same, in a way that's able to show their value over time. And the reason that I feel that this is more accurate is because what we don't want to do is just be blindly following consensus. We want to know what these players actually cost. Where are people actually taking them, their startup drafts? What are they actually trading for them? And with our formulas that we apply, we're able to actually know what the true value of this player is in a more accurate way than anything to exist out there right now. Not only do we understand where the players sit historically, but we're able to know where every single stat that they have ever recorded lies. The coach is the brain, but here's what everything is built on so that you can see it all for yourself. This is the stats page. You can compare players against one another. You can understand where everyone sits by their position, and it literally covers everything. Every position, every statistic, anything that you could imagine, down from fantasy points to separation, to average depth of target, to their drop rate, to their cushion. We calculate it all. Their carry share versus their target share, instantly see who's got an every down role, their presets for usage, efficiency, game plan value, and every dot that is the player's actual team. Now here's the thing that I really want to show you guys. This is the mock draft tool. So you can connect your Super League, you can connect your Yahoo, you can do a custom mock. For the sake of this, I'm gonna do a custom mock just to show you guys. We've got Sleeper, ESPN, Yahoo, Underdog, CBS, and in FFC. You can change any of the roster slots that you would like to custom fit your league. You can choose any pick that you would like to pick, start your mock. And so one of the cool features about our site and about our mock, not only the ability, to run a mock. So like, let's say pick 3, take Jamar Chase, runs through. Okay, but this is where everything gets extremely interesting, right? So you're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to understand. But once it comes down to it, if you connect your league, the coach not only understands each player and the high-level analytics that we've talked through that analyzes, again, millions of data points all simultaneously, but it understands how to build your team, what players are likely going to be available at their next pick. Take a look. Right? There's a 40% chance Derrick Henry will slide to me in the 4th round. It knows the probability that these players will fall to me at my next pick based on this platform's ADP, which this is just consensus, right? I mean, I could have chosen many different others. But let's say that I'm confused on who I should pick, right? And so I go ahead and say, who should I pick here? The coach knows everything, right? So we already know, it knows who you've taken, it knows the odds that the player falls to you in the next round, and it knows exactly how you should build your team. It knows the best targets, it knows projections, and it knows actually everything. So we're going to go ahead, right? So you guys can see, go ahead and take Derrick Henry. And as you can see, it's crunching all of this in real time. All of the strategy, everything is backed in millions of teams, understanding what rosters win championships and what team you need to build this year. As we go throughout, I'm going to be recording every single day, and you're going to be following along with me as we go through this journey to build the best teams possible. Another thing that I want to show you guys is the projections. I believe that this is also completely revolutionary. There's a lot of platforms out there that will charge $60 for this type of analytics. I believe, hey, look, this doesn't cost me any money to give to you guys. So that's exactly what we're going to provide. It's based off of historical stats. It's based off of opportunity. It's based off every single metric that you've seen within stats that understand how a player is likely to perform and what their season is expected to look like. There's lots of different scenarios, upside cases, risk, everything. And all of this is what feeds the coach's engine, what the coach knows, and how to give advice to you and your players. If you think about this in Dynasty, right, it's really important to know where the players are projected to go this year because that's going to have a significant impact on their value. In Redraft, that's literally everything. We got to know how guys are going to perform in 2026 and who we should take. How can we think through them as a player? And it all ties back together because your league is the thing that's connected. Not only that, but let me show you this. We can scout every single manager. So I'm just going to type in someone from my Dynasty League. And we're going to take a look. We're going to look at every single thing that he has on Sleeper. So guys, the scouting page, that's going to be only supported on Sleeper. But take a look at this. And this is where things get actually crazy. One of the things that you may not understand, we have the ability to know literally everything that a manager has ever done. We know their drafts. We know their other Dynasty leagues. We know their redrafts. We know who they typically take. We know who they took in their rookie drafts if the draft is already completed. We know who they passed on and who they're prioritizing. Think about how valuable that is, right? So we're on the redraft part of the site. But if you play on Sleeper, one of the things that this gives you the ability to do is you can know who your league mates are going to prioritize before they draft. We understand how they normally draft. If they miss, if they reach, how likely are they to draft rookies? What's their conviction? Where are their exposures throughout all of their leagues? How many leagues are they in? Oh, let's just take a look at his exact roster. In a league that I'm not in, here's his exact roster, given to you so that you understand everything. And the coach knows all of this. It knows every league that they're in. It knows every move that they've ever done. It knows if they lose on trades. It knows how they trade. And one of the coolest things that I like to think, and this is with my Yahoo League, one of the coolest things that I like to go through, what are the all-time power rankings? What happened in the years before? Who sets some of the all-time records? What does that look like? And then we're going to analyze this season. Another thing that we can do is we can look at players specifically. We can look at their entire profile, their comps, how they look. We can study in depth to understand what it looks like for them going into this season. Their upside, their downside risk, everything that you could imagine. Gentlemen, fantasy football is genuinely not ever going to be the same. We have created something that knows more than any resource that you've ever seen in your life, and it is all completely free right now at guyswhothinktheyknowball.com.